students, this is your subject teacher Santosh Yadav welcomes you in the another video of Moral Science class 7, and today I will explain you chapter number 9. Chapter number 9, the kind-hearted fickle. It is the kind-hearted fickle. The kind-hearted fickle. You know, students, as the word kind-hearted, it shows that a heart which is full of kindness, a heart in which there is mercy, there is kindness for poor people, for needy people. Okay, so today I will explain you this chapter. So you just wait for students. In this chapter we will read the story of a girl whose mother, whose parents has been died, and she has been brought up by his stepmother, and what kind of problem she is going to face in her life, we will see in this chapter. Okay, so before starting this chapter, I would like to say that I want to share one thing with you, that we all are the children of God. Are you agree with me? Okay, we all are the children of God. So you know that if any child parents has died, if any child's mother or father is died, God personally takes care of that orphan child. Okay, so like an orphan child, God personally took care of that orphan girl before. Okay, so let's start the story of this orphan, intelligent and kind-hearted girl. Okay, as I told you, it is the story of a kind-hearted girl, Fickle. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Fickle, and she was very pretty, she was very kind-hearted too. As I told you, the meaning of kind-hearted, a heart which is full of kindness, a heart which is full of mercy, which is full of compassion for the poor people, compassion for the needy people. Okay, so as I told you, her mother died while she was very young, or we can say that in her childhood, Fickle lost her mother and father. So she was looked after by her stepmother, who also had a daughter named Mali. Mali is the daughter of her stepmother. Okay, as the word step is adding in mother, so you can imagine what kind of problem Fickle used to face under her stepmother and her daughter. It was very, unlucky that the stepmother and her daughters were very, mean, were very wicked women. So they forced Fickle to work hard every day. Fickle's daily routines were full of, miseries, full of problems, full of troubles and hardships, as she was orphaned. So her life was full of misery and troubles. One day, after finishing the job of ponding rice, ponding rice, when we hit something regularly, something repeatedly on a stone or a hard material to get the grains, that is called ponding. Okay, so when she was ponding the rice, when she finishing the job of ponding rice, Fikul went to fetch the water. She used to go for and bring back with the water from the stream, which was not far from there. Which was not far, it means not so close, but it is far from their home. So, on her way back, when she was coming back, an old lady, an old woman, suddenly appeared before Fikul. When she was, going in her rhythm, an old lady accidentally or suddenly or अचानक से she came in front of Fikul. So as we know that she was very kind-hearted girl. So when lady asked her for some water to drink, she said that daughter, I am very thirsty, and would you please quench my thirst? So as I told you previously, Fikul was a kind-hearted girl. So she was very pleased to be able to help the old women. As we know that students, some of you are able to help other people, but we don't want to take initiative. We actually leave the circumstances, on it. So we never try to help anyone, but it is very wrong. We should, if we are able to help others, if we are able to help anyone, so we should move forward to help those needy person, those poor persons in our life. So when the old lady asked Fikul for some water, so Fikul was very pleased. She was why she was pleased? She was very pleased as she know that she was able to quench the thirst of that old lady. So she gave her water and told her to take more water to wash her face and body so as to refresh her. Fikul did not give water only to quench her thirst, but she said to her that she can take more water to wash her face and body to treat herself as a refresh. So Fikul told her not to worry about the water. If the water will remain finished, she will go again. She will go again to get the water. Okay, but she had to wash her face, and in that case she would go and drink more. So the old women smiled at the act of Fikul, as she was not able to quench her thirst, but refresh herself. Okay, so the old women smiled and said, "You are very beautiful and kind at heart. Even though I am poor and look shabby, shabby matlab in a dirty condition, you still treat me nicely, and you did not care about my shabbiness, and you hold me, you treat me very nicely. So I am very glad with you." And after praising Fikul with kind words, the old women blessed her with a wish, and by virtue of this wish, the golden flowers of Tanjong tree, known as Fikul in Thai, would come out from her mouth when she will be happy and she will talk someone nicely. So the golden flowers will come from her mouth. She gave her a wish to complete. Immediately after granting the wish to Fikul, the old lady, disappeared at once, but the women was surely, and Fikul thought that the women was surely an angel in disguise who had come to take her test and to grant her a wish, as she was thinking that that old lady was sent by God to to decrease some of her problems. So the old lady, happy with Fikul, and she grant her a wish. And the wish was, when she felt pity for someone, and when she will utter a word from her mouth, there the golden flower will become from her mouth. Okay. So when Fikul returned home, she was scolded by her stepmother. As she became, very late to reach her house, her mother became, very curious, very anxious, very, surprised that why Fikul became late. So Fikul told her that what happened with her. As her stepmother was thinking that she may astray just to avoid daily work. Astray, students, astray means mislead or to forget the correct path or correct direction. Fikul thus told the whole story to her mother, and when she was telling this, many golden flowers came out from her mouth. And seeing the golden flower coming from her mouth, the old lady's greediness became, increased, and he ordered Fikul to say more and more words. The greedy stepmother quickly changed her mood from anger to greed and rushed to grasp them all while cajoling Fikul to speak more to satisfy her greed. And she had collected all the golden flowers which came from Fikul's mouth, and she asked her to continue her speaking, continue her talking. From that day onward, the stepmother collected as many golden flowers as possible to sell in the market and got a lot of money, instead of flowers by selling the flowers. All of them now started to live a happy life. Fikul did not need to work so hard as before, but she was forced. But some troubles of Fikul has decreased, and she was not forced to do more and more work. As you know, when she will, as her stepmother knows that if she will happy, when she will say some words, the golden flower comes from her mouth. That is why she was not forced to do the hard work, but she was forced to speak the whole day. When she will speak the whole day, so that more golden flower would come out from her mouth, and she would collect all those golden flowers and sell it into the market, and get some money in place of flowers. Okay. Exhausted by her stepmother's greedy demands, when she used to speak continuously, she was suffering with sore throat and became voiceless. Her voice did not come. Her voice, her throat was sore and she was unable to speak. She could not speak for a while. She was speechless. She was voiceless. So this situation upset her stepmother, and she decided to take her out from her house. So she started beating Fikul and trying to force her to speak, but Fikul, just because of his problem, could not utter even a single word. So she was thrown out from the house. To satisfy her greed, the stepmother decided to send her own daughter Mali. To satisfy her greed, the stepmother decided to send Mali to satisfy her greed. So she taught Mali what she was supposed to do, and she should behave nicely with that old lady if she will appear in front of her. Okay, so So she told Mali to follow the same path as Fikul had taken. Mali was sent to the same place as told by Fikul, but instead of meeting an old woman, she met a beautiful girl wearing an impressive dress standing under the shade of a big tree. Mali did not find any, old lady which used to shabbily dress, but she met a beautiful girl wearing an impressive and expensive dress under the shade of a big tree. Then the girl then asked for barter from Mali. The same thing happened with Mali. The girl started to ask for some water from Mali, but out of jealousy, out of tiredness, Mali got angry. She got angry and she refused to give water to that lady, to that beautiful lady. The woman was not an angel, so she refused to give her water and used rude word to curse the angel in disguise. But student, she was an angel in disguise. That beautiful lady was an angel in disguise, and this time she was, trying to be a beautiful lady wearing the expressive and impressive and expensive dress. So when that beautiful lady asked help from Fikul, asked water from Mali, she refused to give water to that lady, because she thought that the angel was an old woman and she will give water to her. So the angel thus placed a curse on Mali, that whenever she got angry and spoke, worms would come out from her mouth. Worms would come out from her mouth. Returning upon home, when Mali returned home, Mali told the whole story to her mother. From the anger of telling the story, the whole house was full of worms. Whole house was full of worms. The mother thought that Fikul was jealous of her daughter, so she told her a wrong story, and that was why Mali did not meet an old woman. She beat Fikul and threw her out from the house. Overwhelmed by this grief, very satisfied with this sadness, Fikul wandered in the forest alone. Fortunately, she walked in the direction of a beautiful prince, of a young prince, who was enjoying a horse ride in that jungle, in that forest. So she went in the direction of that young man, and she in the forest along with his soldiers. So seeing upon the young girl, crying, weeping, the prince asked her to tell the whole story, that why she was weeping, why she was crying in this jungle alone, in this forest alone. And by the end of the narration, so Fikul told her the whole story, and by the end of the narration, the whole area was full of students, full of golden flowers. The prince was very pleased to meet with Fikul and asked for her hand. You know the meaning of asking for hand? Asking for hand means he put a proposal of marriage in front of Fikul. So after marrying her, the prince took her to his kingdom and they lived happily ever after. So students, what did you get from this story? The whole story, the whole story is centered with the human nature. If you do good with others, the good will come to you in the form of goodness. And if you do bad with others, the bad things will come to you in the bad ways. So we always keep in mind that we should behave properly with others. We should never disappoint. We should never disappoint with others. We should not make any wrong deed against others. Okay? We should be in favor of humanity. we should show some mercy, we should show some kindness, and help the person who is needy. So the whole story is centered about the human nature, that we should behave like gentlemen. Okay, so students, this is the story. And how is the story? You can comment me in comment box, and I would like to share something with you regarding to the exercises and activity. Students, true false is based on the summary of this chapter. So you are supposed to do this exercise in your book, true or false, and then think and discuss. And for think and discuss, what you are supposed to think and discuss, you can discuss such things with your colleagues, with your friends, with your teacher, and with your parents. Okay, and if you don't have anyone, you just write your own views in your rough notebook, and you can show such things, such points, such work to your subject teacher, who will be assigned to teach you moral science in future when the school will be open. Okay, so first thing is, suppose a blind man comes and asks for help to cross the road. So what you are supposed to do? Will you tell him to go somewhere else? Will you yourself help him? Yeah, will you pretend that you did not hear him? Students, you should do what the conscience tells you. Conscience, the inner voice which comes from your heart. Okay. Second thing is, suppose you get 50 rupees in the school playground, and what you are supposed to do? So, will you keep it with yourself? Will you give it to the teacher, or will you not pick up the money? What you will do? स्वयं विचार कीजिएगा. And there is one activity. Activity is, prepare a beautiful card with a laughing girl on it and present it to your best friend on the World Laughter Day. Okay? Clear? I hope you will do the same which I am telling you. Okay? So students, this is moral science, and you are not supposed to just listen the stories. You have to practice it in your daily life. Okay? These are the values, and without practice, moral science is useless. Moral science is just a book which you read it, which you have been taught. Okay? So you have to follow the things which told to you in the classroom. Okay? So before leaving, I would like to write some words on the board. First word is unfortunate. The meaning of the word is unlucky. Okay. Second word is weak. Weak means evil or morally wrong. Evil or morally wrong. Pounding. Pounding means repeated and heavy. Striking. Repeated and heavy striking. Of something. Fetch. Number 4, fetch. As I told you, fetch means go for and then bring back. Go for and then bring back. Number 5, please. Please is empty. Number 6, shabby. Shabby is in poor condition. In poor condition. Number 7, worship. Worship means behavior showing high moral standards. High moral standards. Okay. So write these 7 words as I have, leave your way so you can write it properly. I'm going to erase such upper words. Number 8, disappear. Cease to be visible. Cease to be visible. Spotted. Astray. Away from the correct path. Away from the correct path or direction. Or direction. Grasp. Number 11, grasp. An act of holding. Cajoling. Persuading to something. Persuading to something. Persuading to something by sustain, coaxing of flattery. Coaxing of flattery. Number 13, exhausted. very tired, very tired. Number 14, sore throat, sore throat, irritation of throat, irritation of throat. Distorted, distorted, twisted out of shape, twisted or out of shape, out of shape. The last, overwhelmed, overwhelmed. You know, overwhelmed, have a strong emotional effect, emotional effect on. So these are the words which you are supposed to write in your fair notebook with neat and clean handwriting. Till then, stay home, stay safe.